channel. If you are new here, I'm Haley. I am a mom of 2 little girls and I am newly pregnant with a brand new baby. Currently I am 11 weeks almost. So this video is going to be my week 8 to 10 update, and I have a lot of updates for you guys, so I'm just gonna get right into it. We can go ahead and get that crazy news out of the way, you guys. It is not twins. Thank the Lord. I had come to terms with it in my head if I were to have twins, but I was not ready. I was nervous whenever we found those 2 like weird heartbeats. I don't think it was 2 heartbeats. I think it was just like the angle that we were looking at the baby. It just looked like there were 2 heartbeats. I don't know, it was really weird. It just looked all kind of funky in there, but I was also very early when I went. So usually you go after 8 weeks, but I had gone at like 7 weeks. I mean, I was like 7 weeks, 6 days, so I was almost 8 weeks, but I think all my other appointments have been around 9 for the first time, so the baby kind of looked more like a gummy bear, whereas this time that I went around, the baby like really looked like that funny figure that we looked in the last video. But I have been back, and it's not twins. Here is the baby at week 8. Super cute. You guys, it's gonna be kind of hard for you guys to see, but super freaking cute. Actually looking like a baby. They have little hand buds and little feet buds. This app is super cool, you guys. It shows you the sounds as well. So it shows you what it sounds like inside of the womb too, which is pretty cool. At week 8, it says that the baby is the size of a grape. I'm sure this is a seedless grape, a very small grape. It says almost an inch long and not even a pound, like 0.07 in weight. So super cute. This app also tells you like little updates, so I'll tell you guys that too, because that's the one thing that I love about this app is it really like shows you everything. So when I go in here, if I press this little eye tool at the bottom, it tells me about it. So it says right now the reproductive organs will either determine if it's a boy or if it's a girl. Heart development is happening. It's a tiny little replica of a full-grown adult heart with 4 chambers, and bone development is happening this week. It's really cool that it like updates you guys that way and very quick and simply. I don't have to watch a long video to tell me where my baby's at and all that kind of stuff. So I love this app. So I told you guys in my week 7 video that I had gone to the doctor and she had told me that maybe it was twins, whatever. We looked at the video. I had gone to the doctor, and I'm telling you guys, it's so funny because when I walked into the room, she was like, "How have you been feeling?" And I was like, "Great. It's really crazy. I haven't been nauseous. I've had a few food aversions, you know, whatever, but all in all, like, I've been pretty good. Like, I've been craving food." Y'all, as soon as I got out of the office, the nausea kicked in. I was super nauseous. Pretty much all day long, I was nauseous. And then at the end of the day, I would get this really weird bloated feeling. I kind of talked about it in my last video where I felt like my food just wasn't digesting. But it wasn't even just not digesting. Like, I would really have to lay on my stomach wherever I was to kind of like stop the gas from my stomach, like stop the bloating from my stomach. Kind of like how you like lay a baby on their stomach if they're having like, if they're gassy. That's how I felt like I had to be, because that was the only way I was comfortable. Otherwise my stomach just felt really awful, like just really, really weird, you guys. And it was an awful feeling, and that kind of lasted all of week 8. So on here I have that I was gassy and bloated. I felt so sick, so nauseous, but I hadn't thrown up yet. I still haven't thrown up today. So I have so many food aversions. All I was eating was crackers again. Tired, still car sick. Working out was impossible for me this week. I couldn't even wake up and go to the gym. I just felt so awful, like so awful. I was like, there's no way. My mind is everywhere about twins. I was freaking out, you guys, every day. I was like, what if it's twins? Like, what am I gonna do? We need 2 cribs, we need 2, I'm gonna have to feed 2 babies. I was thinking about all of the things that come along with twins, and I was just so nervous. Like I said, I think I'm making up the symptoms. So it's kind of funny because I almost felt like since she told me it was twins, I started feeling worse. Does that make sense? Like, I almost tricked myself into being like, oh my God, it's twins and I'm gonna die and I'm gonna start feeling so sick, because she was telling me that. She was like, you know, if it was twins, you would probably feel a lot worse. And I was like, yeah, you're probably right. And then the next day, just poof, symptoms, right? So I was like, am I making these up? Am I making this up in my head? I don't think I was, but another thing I put was I wasn't sleeping very well. I was tossing and turning all night long. That's been kind of a running trend in this pregnancy too. I have not been able to sleep well, which is kind of weird. With my daughters, I slept fine. Oh my God, I usually in my non-pregnant life, I have issues sleeping. Like, I go to sleep really late, and it doesn't matter what time I wake up in the morning. Like, whatever time I wake up in the morning, I still go to sleep at like 12, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning every single night, just because I think I'm somebody whose like brain runs 24/7. Like, as soon as I lay down in the bed, my brain's like, oh, you should have done that, you should have done that, you gotta check this, what are you doing? Like, so I can't really go to sleep. Whereas with my girls, when I was pregnant with both of them, out like a light, you guys. Like, I would just lay down in the bed and I would be out until I got really big and like uncomfortable. But before that, I could sleep anywhere. I'm kind of thinking that maybe I need to get a pregnancy pillow. I was super constipated. Oh my God, I freaking hate this feeling, you guys. It's a pregnancy vlog. I don't really care like what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna tell you guys how I'm feeling, because I know you guys are probably feeling the same way. I was so constipated, and that is one of the worst symptoms in pregnancy, because you never get like, it's like your stomach already hurts and you're already nauseous. And like I said, I felt like my food wasn't digesting, and then on top of it, like, I can't go to the restroom. Like, that is just the worst thing ever. And it wasn't constant, so I didn't get stool softeners. I didn't start taking them or anything. I do have them from my other pregnancies, but I didn't start taking them because it wasn't constant. It wasn't every single day. You know, a lot of crackers and cream cheese. So that's one of my favorite things to snack on when I'm feeling nauseous. I feel like the cracker is like, it's like satiating, so it's making me full. And then the cream cheese is cooling, so it's not gonna make my stomach hurt really bad, right? Something that I dealt with in Zaina's pregnancy was a lot of acid reflux. I'm not dealing with that now, but I feel like I always like have that precaution of having something cooling in all of my food to make sure that I don't have that feeling. But that was all that I had for week 8. Not too crazy of a week, but I definitely was feeling pregnant this week like that. So let's get into week 9. So in week 9, let me kind of give you guys a timeline. So 7 weeks, 6 days, that was when I went to the doctor and got that ultrasound. So all of week 8, I was still confused about twins. All of week 9, I was still confused about twins. And last Thursday is when I finally went to the doctor and got the ultrasound that confirmed that it's twins. So week 9, I said tired. Again, I'm tired. I know you guys know, if you have had babies, you know what it feels like to be pregnant and you're just so tired, like you could go to sleep at any point. That's how I was feeling. I said it was hard for me to wake up. I couldn't really get out of bed any days. And again, I was still doing that thing that I said I was doing in the last video, where if I'm up past 9 o'clock, I'm up until 2 o'clock in the morning. So of course it was really hard for me to wake up in the morning because I was so late, and then I'm already so tired. So I was struggling with that. Again, luckily my husband's home, so he can help me out with that. I said I'm trying not to nap because I don't want to not go to sleep at night, right? So I was trying not to take naps during the day. Crampy, I was super, super crampy this week, really like crampy on my left side, like normal. I told you guys in my last pregnancies, I've always been crampy on my left side for some reason. Same thing with when I was talking about my eyes feeling like I had plastic wrap over them in my last video. It was kind of that same feeling. Like, I was just so tired. My eyes, I swear, I know when people looked at me, they saw that I was so tired because my eyes were like, you know, like this. Like, I can't even lift them. I run a business, a beauty business online, and talking to my girls was hard. Running calls was hard. I had to try to pump myself up so much just to get through the call. So every task that I had to do was just, it seemed like it took so much more effort than it regularly does. One thing that was really weird is that I'm not having vivid dreams. I usually have very, very vivid dreams during my pregnancy. I had a few early on, But since then I haven't really had anything, and I think that it has to do with the fact that I'm not sleeping well. Like I said before, in my other pregnancies, I was out and I would not wake up until the morning, but this time around I keep waking up late at night. I was having dizzy spells every once in a while, so that's another thing. Completely normal symptom if you're having that. It's not something to be worried about unless you're like falling or like the room is literally spinning. But every once in a while when I'm doing things, I'll just look up and like it'll feel like I just did a bunch of turns on a chair or something real quick, and then it'll go away. I've been getting like hot and then cold, like I've been like having hot flashes almost, which is really weird. Cooking smells awful. I'm not into cooking right now. It's just really like to me. But that's all of week 9. Again, like it wasn't anything crazy, not having any crazy symptoms, but I have started to feel nauseous. Now in week 10, so far my sickness has been very on and off. It's like, really, it kind of goes by the time of day. So I either wake up and I'm not really feeling good from the get-go, and then I'll start to feel better during the day, or I wake up, I feel amazing, I'm hungry, I can do whatever I want, I feel great, and then I start to feel like a little bit worse at night. Lately, in the last just 2 days, I haven't felt sick at all, which has been great. Like nothing has really made me nauseous. I'm trying to keep up on eating, so I'm really trying to make sure that I eat something every 2 hours. That way I'm not gonna get that hungry feeling, because that seems to be where my nausea stems from. It's like if I don't eat and then I get that hungry feeling and I don't act on it immediately, it's just gonna get worse and worse and worse, and I'm gonna get nauseous, and then I'm not gonna want to eat, and then I'm not eating for longer, right? And then it's just like this tumble effect of like hunger and nausea, and how do I fix it? So that seems to have gotten better. I'm feeling better. I'm feeling more awake again. Just in these last 2 days, I'm feeling more awake. I feel like I can go work out. I'm thinking I'm gonna go to the gym tomorrow and just see what happens. Let's talk about what I'm craving. I am craving potatoes so bad, which is funny because I craved potatoes so much in Kaya's pregnancy. It's very comparable to Kaya's and the things that I'm craving and averting, but not in the sickness way. In Kaya's pregnancy, I was throwing up almost every single day at anything, and I was also nauseous until 16 weeks. And so this time has been a lot different. I don't know what's in potatoes that my body craves when I'm pregnant, but something is in there that I need. Anything with chili cheese and jalapenos. So anything topped with chili cheese and jalapenos and sour cream, I'm gonna eat it. I've been having a few aversions at this point. Meat, that's something that has bothered me in all pregnancies. Raw meat, like just looking at it, touching it. Chicken specifically, chicken that is not breaded, I am not touching that. Like whatever it is, I'm not eating it. I don't care. Like if it's not breaded, I don't want the chicken. I don't know why chicken bothers me so much, because other meat doesn't bother me. So like steak isn't bothering me. Like salmon's not bothering me. Like that kind of stuff. It's not meat, but fish. Like that kind of stuff, not breaded, isn't bothering me. But chicken, and also if it's on a bone, don't get anywhere near me. Like I don't want to see that. So if I'm eating hot wings, I'm eating literally like just chicken nuggets essentially. Like boneless hot wings. And so that's what I'll get from like Wingstop or whatever. But yeah, I've been wanting to eat out because I've been my biggest aversion is like cooking. Like I don't want to be cooking. I don't like the smell of cooking. If I were to walk outside of the house and then walk back in after somebody had just cooked, I mean, ew, like I just start to feel really nasty. But yeah, vegetables, raw vegetables to be specific, a veggie that's not cooked, I don't want it. I'll eat salad, which is really weird. So I'll eat salad, but I don't want tomatoes in it. I don't want onions in it. So, and also it's gonna have to be topped with like some kind of creamy dressing. So ranch or Caesar. Like I can't use vinaigrette like I usually would, or when I made my salads before, I really just used to put lemon and salt and pepper on it, and a little bit of olive oil. Like I cannot do that. It's too acidic for my stomach, and it's gonna start making me feel bad. So I kind of like avoid those foods. But yeah, those are the things I've been averting. Oh, also coffee. This is the saddest one, you guys, because you guys know I love coffee. I love my coffee. Every night, I honestly go to sleep thinking about the coffee that I'm gonna make in the morning. And it's crazy, but I just love coffee so much. And the fact that I woke up one day and I just the smell of the coffee was too much for me, and I just tried to get over it and still drink it, and I couldn't. I was just so sad. Now, I still found ways that I could get the caffeine that I needed in, because otherwise I would get a headache or I would just go to sleep. Like, I'd be really tired all day long, and I don't like that feeling. I'm not drinking too much caffeine, so don't worry about that. I'm controlling it. But I would drink iced coffees. So iced coffees were okay with me. Iced tea is okay with me. But as of yet today, I was really craving instant coffee, which is really weird. But I made instant coffee and I made it hot and it tasted good. So I'm gonna try to make coffee in my coffee pot tomorrow, and hopefully that works out with me. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to get some more Nespresso pods that are espresso. That way I can make lattes, because I think that that's really what it is. In all of my pregnancies, I have not been into like coffee. Like the coffee with it's just coffee and some cream, it's a little bit too acidic for my stomach. Whereas if I drink a latte, the milk like cools it down and like kind of like makes it more bland so I can drink it. So I really think that that's kind of like what's bothering me with the coffee, but I might be getting over it. I'm really feeling great today. I really felt great yesterday, so I'm hoping that that lasts. Let's hope that I come back on here next week and I'm like, I feel amazing still. So I just want to go into a few things that I want to talk to you guys about in general. One of the things is I have been asked by a lot of people if I'm starting a registry. I actually did already start a registry with the girls. Both times when one of my friends had a baby, I gave them everything that I have. Like, I gave away my Mamaroo, I gave away my, did I give away my bassinet? I might have given away my bassinet, I'm not sure, it might be in the attic. I gave away all of my newborn clothes, all of my 0 to 3, all of the clothes. Like, I was like, I don't want these, I'm not using them, so like, why am I gonna hoard them in my attic just to have them for a new baby when I can give them to somebody and make somebody else's day, right? So I gave away so much stuff. I gave away my boppy pillow. I gave away everything that I loved. Like, it's so funny. Everything that I loved so much and was like, I needed this when I was pregnant, gave it away. My pregnancy pillow, I gave that away to one of my friends because she wanted one. And so I know how I felt whenever people gave us stuff when we were pregnant. So I like to give other people that same feeling. So all of our stuff is gone. So whether it's a boy or a girl, we're essentially restarting, and I'm excited about that, you know, whatever. I will buy all the shit if I have to buy all the shit. But yes, I started a registry. I'm not gonna post it on here. I'm not gonna post it on my Instagram. I do not want like people who I don't know buying me things. Yes, I started a registry. I'm also thinking about buying a thing of diapers and formula a month. Now, I really wanna try to breastfeed this baby as long as I can, just like I wanted to try to breastfeed my other babies. This time, I'm really going to try to just solely pump. I do not, one of the biggest things that I didn't like about breastfeeding with my daughters was I didn't like being the only person who could feed them. I never pumped in my other pregnancies. I hated it. I never got anything out of the pump. And the reason was because I was always breastfeeding. So of course my boobs weren't like calibrated to the baby, right? To the pump. They just wanted the baby. So this time I'm gonna try to just solely pump. When I'm in the hospital, like, yeah, they can, whatever. When it's convenient, of course, I'll breastfeed, but I'm gonna try to pump more so that Dakari can help me at night, so that I won't be like a zombie like I was the last 2 pregnancies. It was just awful, and also I couldn't drink ever. I just was not feeling it. So I'm gonna try to do that. We find out the gender this week, I think. So I took the test, I don't remember what it's called. It's like the genetic test. I took that last Thursday, and right now it just says that the facility has received my sample. So I'm hoping that I get those results either tomorrow or the next day. This time we are not going to be surprised. We're not doing a gender reveal. We're not doing anything like that. Of course, I will reveal the gender to you guys some way fun. I'll reveal the gender on Instagram some way fun. But me and Dakari are going to find out just the regular way. I'm not showing, but I'm bloated. Like, I'm very bloated, or maybe I am showing a little bit. It does seem like my stomach is getting bigger at a faster rate this time, but I definitely don't have a bump yet, so I'm excited for that. I hope that I get a bump earlier. I got a bump a little bit earlier in my last pregnancy, a little bit earlier than I did in the pregnancy before, so I'm hoping that I get a bump earlier this time, because once you get the bump, everything is fun. Everybody knows that you're pregnant. It's easy. I just feel like once the bump comes out, that's the fun part of pregnancy. But when you're in this weird limbo where you kind of just like, I just look like I ate a burrito. Like I'm just like chunky, you know, right now. That's no fun. So I can't wait for the bump. I can't wait to show you guys that. I also haven't been feeling moody, which is so weird to me. It's the weirdest thing ever to me. I don't know if because of all of the mindset training that I've done the last year, or maybe just the space I am in life. I just have not been angry, and I'm usually very angry, like pregnant. Like honestly, me and Dakari got in so many fights pregnant with the girls. But this time, I don't know, I'm just really happy. I'm really excited. I feel really blessed to be having another baby. I'm also in a completely different place in life than I was with the girls. And this pregnancy, I just kind of feel like everything is right. Everything is right in life, and I just feel really happy. Like I just feel very happy to be pregnant. I feel very happy to be at this point in my life, and I want you guys to know that like if you are struggling, your time is coming. I promise you, your time in life is coming as long as you are always putting out good, as long as your intentions are always pure, as long as everything you are doing is to make the lives of others better and selfless. If you're making selfless actions every day, all of that great energy is going to come back to you, and I think that's kind of the place I am right now. I'm gonna cry. Goodbye. Okay, so let's get past that. Anyways, I haven't been moody. I have been emotional. The other day, Kaya took a picture of herself. She took a selfie, and I cried about it for at least 10 minutes, like sobbing. Last thing I wrote on here is I'm going to have to buy maternity clothes. Maternity clothes, 100%. My jeans are almost already not fitting me. They're just like really tight and bothering my stomach. I'm starting to have to do the loop thing. I don't know if you guys know that trick, but I'll take like a hair tie and put it around the loop and then loop it inside the little hole that you put the button through, and then loop it around the button again, and that kind of gives you a little bit more space in your jeans so that you can like breathe a little bit. I do have a few things to show you guys because we did get our first baby item. The only reason we got it is because a friend gave it to us. One of our friends just had a baby. Well, not just had a baby. Her baby's like a year, almost 2 years old now, but she had some bottles that she's never used, and she was like, take these, like please, they're so nice and I just want somebody to have them. So they're really cute. They're actually the kind of bottles that I had with Kaya and Zaina, but I didn't have the glass versions. I just had the little plastic pink version. So these are super cute. They're just Advent bottles, but they're glass, which is really nice. Like I've never seen glass bottles. I'm kind of like, well, what if they throw them? Like what happens? But I guess like when they're younger, like when you're feeding a young baby, like they're not in control of the bottle, so it'll be fine. But yeah, these are really nice. It was really sweet of her to gift those to us. So that's my first baby item that I got. It makes me like so excited. I also switched my prenatal. So I don't really know why I switched my prenatal. So I switched back to the prenatal that I was taking with Kaya and Zaina, which is the prenatal 1. It's just the same as every other prenatal. Like they're huge brown pills that stink. I hate swallowing them. They're the worst. But yeah, I switched back to these. I also saw that Ritual has some really great vitamins. So you guys like drop below what vitamins you're taking because I'm trying to find the best prenatal vitamins. I'm still taking the DHA, the Nordic Naturals DHA. But the prenatal 1 that I got, it actually came with prenatal DHA. So I'll probably just start taking these after I take, after I'm done taking those ones. But I think that's it. I haven't bought anything else. I haven't done anything else. I'm probably not gonna start buying things until like 20 weeks, I would say, except for diapers and formula, which I really wanna try to do that. That way we kind of have a stockpile whenever the baby gets here. But other than that, that's about it for my 8 to 10 week update. I'm excited to keep doing these with you guys. Thank you for all the love and support that Dakari and I have received over this baby. I can truly feel the excitement through you guys, and it makes me more excited to be in this moment. It makes me so happy that you guys are enjoying watching these videos and coming on this journey with me. But I will see you guys in my next video. I think it'll be my 12 to 13 week update. I'll probably just my 11 to 13 week update. I'll probably just finish out the first trimester and then we'll see how it goes from there. But love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.